Oh. Right. Just a little recording. I discovered something, and it's probably been discovered by other people since then, but just after I did that last video on the AORUS Workshop, the Gigabyte Workshop, I did some more exploring, and at the time I was trying to find the storage cupboard. Right? Now, I found the storage cupboard, but wait. Oh, that's kind of cool. But what I actually discovered while I was looking for this, okay, you got the storage over there, obviously the inventory over there, which I didn't know about. But what's cooler is this door. You get to come down here and change the look of this guy, for example. That goes in, this dude comes out, bibbidi bobbidi boop, and he changes color. Now, I don't know about you, but crimson looks fucking awesome on this thing. Actually, another one that looks pretty good. I think that was the emerald. Doesn't really look very emeraldy. It's kind of more gunmetal. How can you call that emerald? That's not emerald. The fuck is that? I guess it does have a little bit of a green tinge to it and sort of a rocky look. But anyway, what's this one? Sapphire. Guaranteed this. Well, why do I have a feeling this is going to come out more green than emerald? Even though emerald is green. Nope, it's actually going to come out blue. That's cool. But, what's this? Iron? What? And hello. Show me the other one. Show me it. Show me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that. Now I want to see if they've done anything else. Oh, I'll show you that in a second. So there's the wing. Apply PCB skin. So that just applies the the skin. Oh, they're little models of it. What the fuck is that? I want that one. Give me that. That's not the PCBS one. That's the PCBS. What the fuck is this one? I want that. Holy shit, that looks cool. Wait, this has got... Why isn't that the emerald one? That should be the emerald one there. That's cool. All these ones are so much cooler. Although I do got to admit the iron one still looks pretty good. It does. But why? Why give us that? Why can't we paint that color? I want that. I know it's the whole American thing, whatever, I don't care. Look, to be honest, I don't actually know where Gigabyte hardware is manufactured. And I'm sorry, but that's mainly because I've always done ASUS builds. But I probably will be looking at a Gigabyte build next anyway. Basically just to test out their manufacturer's warranty and all that sort of thing. But the next coolest thing is this. Hello. I'm the robot. And the focus is fucking shit. But this is cool. Okay. What functions do you have in VR view? Nothing. The picture looks like shit. Except for when you look at something really close. I love it how the graph keeps shifting even though you're not moving. Like, look at the graph. Graph. The graph. The fucking thing on the bottom left-hand side. It keeps moving and shifting and doing all sorts of shit even though I'm not actually doing anything. Anyway, but yeah, so there's this downstairs area with all the repair pieces and, like, you know, bits and all the other shit, which I didn't find until after I did my video. What? Hello? What is this? I want to play with this stuff. This stuff looks cool. What is all this doing? Where does all this go? Seriously, all this AORUS stuff, all this gear looks really cool. Like, genuinely cool. What is this one? Ruby. Come on, show me Ruby. Give me Ruby. Since when was Ruby pink? Last I checked, Ruby was red. That's why it's called Ruby Red. Why is that pink? Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What was the one that I haven't tried? Trio? Oh, you have got to be kidding. Oh my god, Toby, you fucking dickhead. That one is that one. That one's that one. So that's meant to be emerald, which it doesn't look anything like that. That is so much cooler than what actually turns up there. That's the normal one, which is still pretty fucking awesome. That is, and that's the iron, and that's, yeah, that's the ruby one. Like, why call it ruby? That's why ruby is red. Ruby red. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, but I guess they couldn't do two versions of red because crimson was already there. Why don't they just call it scarlet then? And just give it a good, decent pair of cannons. Anyway, I've done that. All right, let's see what this thing looks like from up top. Holy fucking balls. Good Christ, that is cool. Okay, they put quite a fair bit into this update. I definitely appreciate that. There's been a couple of bloody, like, small, like, very small updates. Yesterday and today. Like, yesterday and this morning. And I don't know what they were for. Were they just patch updates? Like, was there a fix that they applied? I couldn't find any details on it or anything. But, cool thing is I've played it a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm level 32. I've almost got myself back up to 5 stars again. But what's even cooler is those are 3090s. You unlock the 3090s pretty quickly, actually. So I found kind of surprising. I thought, you know, they'd be at the end. I'm still waiting for the update where they actually add everything else into it. So, you know, the most recent AMD hardware. So the third gen Ryzen, as well as the 6000 series cards. And if they could, holy shit, that would be so fucking cool if they could, because then we'd actually be able to properly test it. For people that don't have thousands of dollars and sponsorships and millions of subscribers on YouTube, you know, if they were actually able to incorporate the, I think it was Smart Share. What was it called? The thing where AMD third gen processors and the 6000 series cards, if you were to do a build with both the AMD CPU and AMD GPU, there's some sort of Smart Share cache or something between the two, and the CPU accelerates the GPU performance. I think I'm not sure, but I think that's what if they're able to actually properly portray that in this simulator, that would be fucking amazing. That'd be so damn cool. It really would. Like for the likes of us peasants, being able to test that in sort of, I guess, in a simulated real world thing would be nice. I mean, at the moment, the closest thing we have to it, from what I can see, is the Radeon 7, which, yeah. I mean, compared to the last generation Radeon cards, which is these two here, the 5800 and the 5800 XT are 1.5 times and 2 times faster than these. And then there's the 6900, which I'm actually very keen to get myself, actually, just purely because I do want to do an AMD build next, and I think there's, from how it sounds and from watching the keynotes about them, and hearing other influencers' opinions on both the CPU and the GPUs, AMD this year and next year genuinely sounds like it'd be a really good direction to go in. I mean, not only are the parts cheaper, but they're equal in performance as well as a lower TDP, and even peripherals like monitors, for example. This is a G-Sync compatible monitor, so not as good as G-Sync, but still serves a similar purpose. But the fact is it's full FreeSync compatible. So if I was to have an AMD card in my computer at the moment, it'd operate just that little bit better. Like the sync technology would operate just that wee bit, it'd be a little more optimal. But yeah, if that is like everything that they have said, if the boss lady herself, if what she has said actually happens and is genuinely true, then yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm actually still waiting to see how things go, and hopefully the likes of Jay and Gamers Nexus, like Steve from Gamers Nexus and Linus and all those guys, even Austin, because I know Austin Evans will definitely be getting into it once it comes out. And, once all those guys start getting the hardware in to actually properly test it and do all the bits and pieces, but I am waiting. I'm going to wait, and I'm probably going to end up waiting until, you know, parts are a lot more available. Because I'm not going to rush into it. There's no point. Because people that do genuinely have a shitload of money are already fucking buying everything, and you know, for the likes of us lower people, availability for us is just not there. Just kind of shit. It really does suck, but I mean, we can't really do much about it. I mean, I'm not really expecting availability to get anywhere near decent until probably January, to be honest. Because as of the date today, like by the time this is finished uploading, it'll still be the same date in New Zealand anyway. Because it's 9:30 in the morning. Oh fuck! It's 9:30. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Shit, I didn't realise it was that late. Anyway, this was only a wee video just to showcase the downstairs area and how fucking cool you can make this thing look. Actually, I'm going to go back down and test out that bloody emerald one and come upstairs and see if it looks better from upstairs with the lighting. Because that's genuinely disappointing. I really like green. I wish they made the green more, you know, more. Oh, no, I can kind of see it now. But here, it just looks so much more emeraldy. The model looks better than the actual thing. I don't know. Let's have a look. The red, white, and green. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now that doesn't look too bad, but the model still looks better. All right. Yeah. No, I can dig it. That's good. Anyway, short video, over and done with. Not going to bother editing it because it's just too short to give for me to give a shit about it. Yeah, so that was just a wee video showcasing all the other bits and pieces that they've added into this update, which is fucking cool. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show you. There you go. Look at that. 2 versions of the 3090. Wait a minute, what? How's that right? Memory frequency 1219 megahertz. So 1.2 giga. How? Okay, can you see where I'm coming from with this one? With this? I mean, these are all well and truly over 1700. That's a little bit confusing. And what's even more confusing is the fact that they've given us this new DLC, which is the Gigabyte Workshop, right? The Gigabyte AORUS Workshop. And yet, they've given us MSI hardware. I mean, is that a hint for the next workshop to be an MSI workshop? Either other way, I'm not bothered. I mean, I'll definitely get it. And I'll fucking showcase it to everybody. But, you know. So that's another thing that I like about these kinds of games. Like, the DLC that they release is never expensive. I mean, there's genuinely no point in waiting for the, you know, for the discounts or, you know, the sales or whatever, because it's not even that expensive it's not even expensive enough to worry. Why not pay full price for it? I mean, it's only fucking, for me, it's $7.50 New Zealand. It's like, I mean, how's that going to make any bloody difference? And that also supports what they do. makes it easier for them, which sweet as. Fucking yeah, go for it. Jesus. Give us more stuff. I like more stuff. More things to play with. And, you know, fucking build. Actually, what would be really cool is if you guys would give us Asus ROG cases. Because I know that they make them. I know they have them. And there aren't any in this. And you guys obviously have the license to be able to give us Asus stuff because we have this that's already here. And another thing with the Gigabyte AORUS, as far as I'm aware, AORUS has everything. It's like, as far as I know, you can literally do an entire build out of AORUS except for CPU. I'm sure there's two things. There's CPU and something else. Bugger it, what was it? Because they do everything else. Hard drives? I know they do SSDs, but do they do hard drives? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, that's me. I'm done. Just a wee short video. You know, subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you liked it. It was just a wee showcase thing on that. And you know, if you disliked it, good for you. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye bye.